In this lesson, we are going to talk about comments.
Okay. So what is a comment in the PHP language?
A comment is something that allows you to tell the PHP parser to skip a certain piece of text.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So it's pretty much just like a little comment you leave to yourself telling you what a piece of code does.
Right. It allows you to leave notes to yourself or document your code.
Oh, okay, cool. So how do you put one into your code there?
Well, the simplest form of comment is the single-line comment.
All right, so I'm assuming you just don't start writing out your comment and that's that.
Right. I mean, you could, but
yeah.
You usually write something else to go along with it.
I see. Okay.
So a single-line comment is the double // This
Okay.
will start a single-line comment. Everything after the 2 slashes for the rest of the line will be a comment and will be ignored by the PHP parser.
Okay.
So we could say this is a single-line comment.
Ah.
And this, like we were saying, will be completely ignored. This is just a note for us or anyone else who looks at the script.
Yeah, and I noticed that it's a nice reddish, maroonish, magenta color.
That's another good point. If you have a syntax highlighter, it will very often pick up on what comments are and will highlight them using a specific color.
Okay.
In the case of GoLive, that color is this dark red.
Okay.
So we can see if we were to go and add some actual code now, we could echo out maybe this is some output.
All right.
And we save this out. We'll save this to comments.php.
Okay. Cool.
And sure. So let's take a look at this. We're going to navigate over to our DS3 server once again, and we'll type in comments.php.
And there you go. This is some output.
So our script is working, but of course the parser skipped right over this line.
Okay.
So
and because it's a single line comment, it knows that there's not going to be any code after it.
Right. As soon as we hit a new line, then we are now out of comment mode and back into normal programming.
Okay, I see.
Now another thing you can do with a single line comment is take advantage of the fact that the comment does not start until you hit the double //
Okay.
Meaning everything before the comment is still parsed as code.
Oh, okay.
This means we could take a line of code and leave a note on that same line using a single line comment.
Okay,
we could
I see
say,
what you're saying.
this is an echo.
I see.
Something like that would make more sense if this was maybe a function you had written.
Okay.
I mean, obviously an echo is pretty simple, but this is just how this is working.
Right.
So if we save that, already we can see by the syntax highlighting that this appears to work.
Yep.
So if we run it, this is some output.
All right.
So that pretty much covers a single line comment. It's really very simple, just used to comment out the rest of a line.
I gotcha.
Let's take a look at a second type of comment,
okay.
the multi-line comment.
Multi-line comment.
There may be a case where you want to have a full paragraph description of something, and it would be redundant to go line after line by adding the double / on each line.
And so, just as a wild guess here, I'm assuming this allows you to write a comment over multiple lines.
That's it.
All right.
You start a multi-line comment by using / asterisk.
Okay.
Then everything after that until a closing comment tag or a closing comment symbol will be all comments.
All right, so how do you close it?
The reverse of starting it.
I
You
see.
specify asterisk /
Okay, so it's pretty much kind of like opening, closing PHP.
Kind of a similar concept.
Okay.
Or the same as opening a bracket and closing a bracket for a block or a statement group.
Okay.
So we could say line 1, line 2, and each of these are all commented.
As long as you don't have that you don't go outside the closed bracket, that comment will still be in there.
Exactly. So anything within here, we can go out here, add some lines. Everything after this comment and before the end comment is all going to be just a comment, ignored by the parser.
All right.
Now, we can do other interesting things, or there's something nice that we can do with these. Let's say you want to temporarily remove a piece of code.
Okay.
I'm going to duplicate, or I have duplicated this echo, so now I have 2 lines of code.
Right.
Let's say we wanted to temporarily remove this from our script, stop executing it, but we don't want to delete it. Let's say we're just bug fixing, and we want to remove one piece of code and see how the script runs without it.
Okay.
We could use a multi-line comment to block the entire thing out.
I see.
So now if we run, that completely kills it. So that's a nice way of temporarily working with code if you need to remove something.
And because you already know the code works, you can just go in and just delete the open and closing of the multi-line comment thing, and it starts working again.
Exactly. So keep the code there, just temporarily remove it.
Okay.
So really, that's about all we need to look at. It's commenting is really very simple. And once you understand the single line and multi-line, you're pretty much set.
And it's very, very helpful whenever you start getting into some, pretty large codes.
Yes, and by all means, make sure you document your code.
Yeah.
Even if it makes perfect sense to you while you're writing it, it's still a good idea to leave notes as to exactly what everything is doing.
Not recommending you write a novel with the multi-line comments, but yeah, just keep tabs on it.
Right, because let's say you come back to your script after a week, and you look at your code and you wonder what in the world you were thinking.
Yeah, at the time it made sense, but now not so much.
So, just a good practice.
I gotcha.
And with that, that's going to wrap up this lesson.
All right, cool.